Let's take a look at best plays highlights of John Madden football.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. So the run to the outside allows him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, he finds room to run and he gets in for the score. The offensive line did a good job there.
Trying to sneak. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown.
Cincinnati goes with a four-man front. They give it to the halfback. Stiff arm to the ground. Touchdown, Steelers. They extend their advantage with that touchdown run. Hand off to the tailback. The back breaking free. Touchdown, Bills.
Touchdown
is in the end zone once again. 3 rushing touchdowns now. And very well on third down to this point. Touchdown, Buffalo. Good play calling there as they keep it in the quarterback's hands, and it pays off with the score. With the carry, the 20. The back breaks free. Touchdown, Buffalo. Great effort tearing down the field and scoring. Their nickel package. Gets rid of it. The pass is picked off. The 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Bills. This could win the game. And it's on its way. Here's the field goal. This is Al Michaels and John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports. All day to throw. Looks to the end zone. Touchdown, Oakland. He did a terrific job getting open in the back of the end zone for the catch.
Now that's just great field awareness. Giving your quarterback a target in the back of the end zone.
With the pass. Touchdown, Cardinals.
He gets a great block right here. You spring him for the touchdown. I tell you, he takes the defender right out of his shoes that time.
Pressure coming. Throwing. He hits his receiver. Touchdown, Broncos.
This is a good play by the offense in the red zone. The wide receiver is going to break away right here and come up with a catch and the touchdown.
They give it to the halfback. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown, San Diego.
Here's how they get in on that one. They just can't bring him down, and he plows into the end zone for the score.
It away. Running with a lot of room in front. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown.
Great play call, and they get the score.
That touchdown had everything. Good play call, good blocking.
And it's on its way. And it's good. This is Al Michaels with John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports. Throws it. Interception. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Chiefs. A spectacular interception and return for a touchdown. Goal from the I formation. They give it to the halfback. Touchdown, Chiefs. Touchdown on that time as they snatch the lead away here in the fourth quarter. and a 4-3. Pressure with the throw, and he makes the grab. The 40, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Raiders. That's a huge play by the quarterback. Quarterback touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown, New England.
To carry it, they'll go with a play fake. Gets rid of it. And the catch is made. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Colts.
I'll tell you, this is nice work by both the quarterback and the receiver in his play. Watch it here. He reads the coverage, looks for the best option, and then throws it to him.
Overtime. And it's up. Through the Fourier Sports, this is Al Michaels and John Madden wishing you a very pleasant good evening. It's a blitz with the pass. Picked off. Emmons makes the fourth quarter interception. Johnson is on the right of the formation. Throws it. Interception. Rowe gets another one, and that ties the NFL record.
He's getting all those interceptions for two reasons. One, the quarterback is not looking him off. And two, he's using great technique no matter who he's covering.
Give it to the halfback. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown.
He puts them on top here in the fourth by getting it in for 6. Hand it off. Breaks free. Powering ahead. Touchdown, Cowboys.
He pokes his way through the middle of that line. He's able to run straight ahead into the end zone. Watch it here. The blockers create a creep. He finds it, and he threw it on his way to 6.
Moving left. Touchdown, Cowboys. The defense never even touched him. Hand it off. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown.
A great job by the offensive line. He's in for the go-ahead touchdown. Owens lines up on the right side. Touchdown, Eagles.
And what happened here was the defense was occupied with the receivers, and they left space for the quarterback to take it in himself. And he takes it across the goal line.
McNabb with a man in motion. Looks to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Donovan McNabb gets that ball to him for his second. And it looks like they're going to go with a no-huddle. Steps up. Throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
This is a good play by the offense in the red zone. The wide receiver is going to break away right here and come up with a catch and the touchdown. Linebackers to make those plays.
With the throw, it's going the other way. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. So here's how each team sees this kick. Here's the punt. From the 13-yard line. Fumble. The Eagles scoop up the live ball. They'll take the fumble all the way back. Touchdown. John, he was in the perfect place at the right time on that play. A fumble recovery and a...
The ruling on the field stands. The defense will be charged a timeout.
And the coach took a chance on third down to this point. Throws it. And this pass is completed. Touchdown, Eagles.
When you get this kind of execution, you got a great chance of making a big play. Watch it here as everyone takes care of their assignment. The pass is thrown where the receiver can make the best play in the ball, and it's 6 points.
And it's up. The kick is good. Drops back. Closing in. Throwing. The pass is picked off. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. A spectacular interception and return for a touchdown. Steps up.
If your total defense gets that many sacks, it's a great game. But when one guy gets them, it shows just how dominant he can be.
On the ground, breaking free. Great move to get free. The 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Look at the speed this guy has. But it's not all about his speed. Watch him break through a tackle and just keep going downfield. That was one heck of a run.
Throws to the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
This is a good play by the offense in the red zone. The wide receiver is going to break away right here and come up with a catch and the touchdown.
Drops back. Throws one up in the end zone. Touchdown. Eagles.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Donovan McNabb leads his receiver perfectly, and it results in a fourth quarter score. The Eagles line up in a 4-3. Touchdown, Redskins.
Touchdown, Washington.
The Eagles come out in a 4-3. Receives the handoff. Loses the defender. The 10. Touchdown, Saints. He puts them on top here in the fourth by getting it in for 6. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown,
Defense gave
Philadelphia.
him the outside, and he took it.
Yeah, you get a good push up front, then you just turn the corner and you get in for the touchdown.
Dropping back. Throws it with the adjustment. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
This is a good play by the offense in the red zone. The wide receiver is going to break away right here and come up.
Pass play here on first down with the pass. And it's complete. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Eagles.
When you get this kind of execution, you got a great chance of making a big play. Watch it here as everyone takes care of their assignment. The pass is thrown where the receiver can make the best play in the ball, and it's 6 points.
Drops back. Throwing. Jumps up. He has it. 5. Touchdown, Eagles.
When you get this kind of execution, you got a great chance of making a big play. Watch it here as everyone takes care of their assignment. The pass is thrown where the receiver can make the best play in the ball, and it's 6 points.
Pressure coming. It's going the other way. He has room. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Panthers. The defense forces the turnover, gets it in for the touchdown. Up in an eye. Hand it off to the back. Barber dives ahead.
Touchdown,
And they're into their fourth quarter lead after the rushing touchdown. The Giants come out in a nickel package. Gets rid of it. The pass is picked off. The defender with room to run. The 10. Touchdown, Giants. A spectacular interception and return for a touchdown. Trying for the end zone before halftime. Touchdown, New York.
Watch this catch by the tight end. I I always say the tight end is always more of a threat in the red zone.
Only one man back. Hand it off. Just won't go down. The 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Titans.
Look at the speed this guy has.
This is Al Michaels with John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports. Only one man back. Touchdown, Lions.
Touchdown.
So the run to the outside allows him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, he finds room to run and he gets in for the score. The offensive line did a good job there.
Give it to the halfback. Another run. Just won't go down. The 30, the 40, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown.
Deuce is in the end zone once again. 3 rushing touchdowns now. There's no question of trying to convert here on 4th down. It's on the ground. The Packers are there to pick up the ball. So the bounce goes the offense's way. Going to the air on 1st down. Throws it. Picked off. It's intercepted. The defender with room to run. Touchdown, Saints. Exactly what they had to do. Force the bad throw. Is on the right of the formation. With the pass. Picked off. The 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Buffalo. The cornerback makes a fabulous play and ends up with a touchdown. Breaks free. The 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Patriots. A great job by the offensive line. He's in for the go-ahead touchdown. To carry it. Breaks free. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown.
And they landed their 4th quarter lead after the rushing touchdown. And it's up. And he made it. This is Al Michaels with John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports. Hand off to the tailback. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Patriots. He gets the carry. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
He hits the hole and wasn't even touched on his way to 6 points. Looking upfield. Breaking free. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Bills. Touchdown. An incredible run to get him into the end zone. The 20, the 30, the 40, midfield, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Oakland.
He gets a great block right here. He's springing for the touchdown. I tell you, he takes the defender right out of his shoes that time.
short, the lone back. He'll pass on first down. Throwing. Defense has it. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Titans. The cornerback makes a fabulous play and ends up with a touchdown. To carry it. Touchdown, Steelers. Touchdown, and the land of their fourth quarter lead after the rushing touchdown. McNabb spreads them out. Midfield, the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, here's a look at his numbers after a nice run, and you can see he's been able to break some tackles. Horn slotted to the right. Looking comfortable in the pocket. He finds his man. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Watch this play. He's able to find a hole in the defense and he gets into the end zone. Now that's an example of how to use your personnel in the red zone and how to create mismatches.
Pressure coming with the pass. The defender's got it. The 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. He hands it off. Missed the tackle. The 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown.
Takes the handoff and runs it all the way in for a touchdown. This guy is a lot of fun to watch. Punt. It's a sneak. Breaks free. Can't pull him down. The 30, the 20, running free. Looks like a face mask call, probably the 5-yard variety. Touchdown, Saints.
Got an inverted face mask on the defense. Number 42 will be
right. Looking left for the long pass. He has it. Touchdown. Perfect throw against single coverage. Touchdown. Gives the ball off. Touchdown, Saints.
touchdown.
He puts them on top here in the fourth by getting it in for 6. They run right through the middle of the defense, and it's successful.
And here's a case where you let your big guards and tackles and center do all the dirty.
Throwing, and he hits his target. Touchdown, Saints. Aaron Brooks has now beaten his defense with 3 touchdown passes. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Saints. And the touchdown run gives them a lot more breathing room here in the fourth. Seahawks with a 4-man front. They give it to the halfback. The 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Saints. And they'll add to their fourth quarter lead after the rushing touchdown. In the line against all these receivers, this should create mismatches. Picked off. It's intercepted. Room to run. The 10. Touchdown, Saints. Handed off to the back. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown, Saints.
Was there earlier and revisits the end zone with that carry. Handed off to the back. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Bills.
He pokes his way through the middle of that line. He's able to run straight ahead into the end zone. Watch it here. The blockers create a creep. He finds it, and he's threw it on his way to 6.
Jones, the lone back. They give it to the halfback. Midfield, the 40, the 30. Running with a lot of room in front. The 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Touchdown. A tremendous effort getting it into the end zone to grab the lead. Cross play to the left. Hands it off. Touchdown, Eagles. And that touchdown run gives them a lot more breathing room here in the fourth. the 10. Touchdown, Colts.
Touchdown,
They extend their advantage with that touchdown run. The goal from the I formation. Hand it off. Breaks the tackle. The 30. He has some room. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, here's a look at his numbers after a nice run, and you can see he's been able to break some tackles. The 20, the 30, there he goes. The 40, midfield, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And they landed their fourth quarter lead on the ground. The conversion is good.
Back to pass. Looks down the field. Jones gets the interception. Well, he looked like he was in the right place at the right time. Gets in for the touchdown. Good call there. They just bulldoze in for the score.
Well, there you have the first play that everybody puts it in their playbook. Is simple closing speed on defense. They'll let you have the completion, but then they close quickly and make the play.
Looks like we'll see a change of possession. To the 10. Gets in for the touchdown. The fumble return is going to give them a late lead.
So now this offense has to come back on the field behind after their mistake put them behind.
And they'll run him again. Gets in for the touchdown.
And that would have been the end zone celebration I would have had to have gone with. Not quite sure about the dunk, so you go to the finger roll.
He's in. Touchdown. Another score by the running back.
You got to love this guy. I had a chance to talk to him in the offseason. Go.
He throws on the run. Into the end zone for a touchdown. Great effort to come down with that one.
Yeah, that really is not an easy catch right there, but boy, did he sure make it look like it was.
They give it to the tailback. He's in for the score.
Well, we're certainly not at the end of this game, but we're at a very significant part of it, and that was a big touchdown right there to put them up 6.
Hendrick might be bringing the heat. Goes for the end zone. He gets in for 6. He just makes an easy grab there for 6.
When you have a receiver with that kind of ability, just give him a chance to work.
Garcia drops back. Makes the throw out to his left. It's picked off. That should wrap things up. He's in. Touchdown. And that was the worst possible place to throw that ball.
Yeah, especially because that guy was playing defense, and that guy not only will pick you off, but he'll put points on the board. What a play.
Throws left. Okafor has the interception. So they give up the big interception. Now they have to buckle down on defense and stop them from scoring.
Whoa, this game feels a little differently now, doesn't it? All of a sudden, the momentum has completely shifted to the other side of the ball. Let's see what they can do with it now.
He drops back to pass. And it's caught. He throws it in there for the touchdown again. That's his 4th pass that's gone for a score.
This quarterback's getting loose. He's starting to feel it out.
The halfback with the carry. At the 30 to the 20. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
How about that little juke in the middle of that move? That's just a one-on-one athletic play that time. That was fun to watch.
Looking to throw. Gets the pass off. To the 20, to the 10. Touchdown. I wasn't sure he came down with it. Nice catch.
There's just something about a ball that you know if you catch it, it's 6 points. And if you don't, you're going to be the goat of the game. It just makes you focus a little bit more.
Lynch on the run. They'll score. Touchdown.
And I think you see there exactly why Marshawn Lynch has won over these fans and his teammates so quickly. Sure, he's fast, he's explosive, but this guy is an old-time street fighter. He fights for every yard.
Throws it short. He's there for the catch. Perfect execution on that pass play, Chris. Looked like the defense wasn't ready for that at all.
You know, this defense just looked off balance this entire series. Great play calling all the way down the field and finally get rewarded with a touchdown straight. A nice target for the quarterback.
Short pass to his left. They'll score. Touchdown. Nice touchdown pitch and catch between the quarterback and fullback on that one.
Well, I've just about seen it all now. A fullback is a big play receiver. Why not? We've seen it all today.
Fakes to the back. He's running out of time. Hall gets the pick. To the 20, to the 10. They'll score. Touchdown. What an interception for this defense.
You know, it's bad enough offensively to throw an interception, but you can't let the guy run down the field for a touchdown. You have to turn into a defensive player at that point. They did not make that transition.
He drops back. Rifles it left. Gets in for the touchdown. Nice play call on that one to get the ball in the receiver's hand.
Well, this quarterback isn't always perfect, but when he gets hot, he can make throws like that. Coverage behind it and found the open man.
Throws it out. There for the reception. And that'll be his 3rd scoring strike of the game. He drops back to pass. They take the lead. That should just be enough for them to pull out this win.
It's only fitting that this game should end this way, going right down to the wire. What a game.
End zone. Touchdown. And they take the lead. And so it's good for 6.
This quarterback has a tremendous understanding of what this defense is trying to do, because so much of the game now is won and lost in the secondary.
Outstanding play to the wide receiver as he took it the distance.
Well, that's just a big-time pitch and catch right there. The quarterback made a beautiful throw, but it was the route by the wide receiver that set it up.
Into the end zone for a touchdown. Good call on the quarterback sneak as he burrows his way into the end zone.
Those quarterbacks always have a stop the run.
Throws it out. He hasn't missed a pass on this drive. Touchdown, Dallas. Off his back foot. He's in. Touchdown. And that should just about do it in this one.
Yeah, that was the dagger. That was the one that finally put them out of their misery. attacking and trying to get in the backfield.
Throws it. Brings it in. To the 20. To the 10. Gets in for the touchdown.
Boy, there aren't many quarterbacks in the NFL that I'd take ahead of Carson Palmer. When this guy sees an open receiver and he decides to cut it loose, it gets in there so fast. I think he is an incredible talent.
Passes to the end zone. Makes the catch. Touchdown. Tight end scored that time and with authority.
If you get those big tight ends moving vertically down the field, they can be really intimidating for defensive backs. Good pitch and catch there.
Gets the throw away. Comes down with it. At the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Makes a move, and he's in. Touchdown. He just laid it out there beautifully for his receiver to pull it in.
That's the kind of pitch and catch you just love to see in the NFL. And the difference is these quarterbacks' abilities to zip it into little tight spaces, and these receivers don't miss.
Three wide receivers. He throws a bullet out to his right. It's picked. To the 10. He gets in for 6. What a great interception return by this defense.
He had that one all the way. Not only a great break on the ball, but he knew what to do with it and stuck it in the end zone. Tremendous play.
Redmond back to pass. He makes another catch. The ball is brought down at the 48-yard lines.
The field all the time, but they sure are a nice target for the quarterback.
Right down the middle. He makes that one pretty easily and puts it through for 3 points. Passes it. And he makes the catch. Touchdown.
Well, we're certainly not at the end of this game, but we're at a very significant part of it, and that was a big touchdown, right?
He fakes it with the catch. They'll score. Touchdown. The quarterback found the fullback for the touchdown. Nice play.
This fullback showing off some skills here today. Blocking, catching, scoring touchdowns. Heck, they may want to turn him into a punter. Manipulate that defense, set them up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
And we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Give to the tailback. They've had no problem finding the end zone today, and they'll add another score. It all came together on that.
Pretty impressive push that time by the offensive line.
Kick is up. It's good. Good job putting that kick right on target, and it goes through for 3 points. Flacco hasn't missed yet. And he hasn't missed a pass yet. To the 10. Gets in for the touchdown. That pass just went for 6 points. What a play.
And that's really all about timing right there. When you have a big touchdown pass like that, you know it's perfectly executed and thrown right on time, and that was well done. Easier. And defensive coordinators go crazy. That's the one thing any defense should be able to do is contain that outside pitch. Clinton Portis could just be so explosive. Of course, he was trained in that one-cut sort of offense, and he really doesn't spend a lot of time juking, especially when he gets down around that goal line. He sees it, and he goes for it, and he delivered another touchdown there. Drops back, throws a bullet.
They'll score. Touchdown.
Well, we're certainly not at the end of this game, but we're at a very significant part of it, and that was a big touchdown right there to put them up 6. Like he might slip out of there, but the defense got there, the pursuit was all over it, and they made a nice stop.
And here's your drive summary for that last series. Looks to pass. Goes through his read. Short pass. And it's completed. Great play, and assuming he adds the extra point here, the lead becomes 4 and forces them to score a touchdown.
And it's such a huge difference anytime you're having to play for the touchdown instead of the field goal. But I will say this, sometimes offenses are a little more aggressive, and sometimes...
Play fake. Touchdown, and they take the lead.
More and more, this team relies on Donovan McNabb to make plays. They put him back there in position at rhythm, but when a defense makes a play like that, it really throws your offense off.
They'll get in for the touchdown. He just makes an easy grab there for 6.
When you have a receiver with that kind of ability, just give him a chance to work one-on-one on the outside. He'll take care of the rest. Against the blitz, and it is awfully tough to try and cover that.
They'll score. Touchdown. What do you think, Chris? Looked like a pretty good play call and even better execution on that run.
Yeah, for all we talk about the big...
Play fake. There for the reception. I'm really impressed by this guy's ability to deliver that strike.
Yeah, and he has terrific poise, doesn't he? He just stands in the pocket, and even with all the pressure all around him, he's able to just simply go through his reads, and it paid off there.
The snap, set down, the kick is up. Nice work putting that one right through the uprights. Here's a quick look at the drive summary. Looking to throw. Looking for a receiver. And he makes the catch. Touchdown. Outstanding play to the wide receiver as he took it the distance.
Well, that's just a big-time pitch and catch right there.
Looking to throw. He needs to get the pass off. And he should have had that one. Kick is up, and he got all of this one. And right down the middle. And he put that one through nicely.
It's a pretty rare kicker that can...
Drops back. Tries for the end zone. Nearly picked off. He should have had that one.
He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
They'll get in for the touchdown.
Well, there certainly was no mystery to that play. Just power offense against power defense, and the offense won the battle. He's starting to kick in.
He gets another carry. Gets in for the touchdown.
Oh, yeah, and I like that end zone celebration. Breaking it down old school that time.
Fakes to the back. It's picked off. He's in. Touchdown. What a huge turn of events on that one.
Not only was that a tremendous interception, but when he got the ball in his hand, he looked like he knew what to do with it. What a run.
Goes for the end zone. Gets in for the touchdown. They went to their big fullback, who's rarely used in the passing game, and he got him 6 points.
Those big fullbacks, sometimes they have bricks for hands, but not this guy. He can hang on to it with anybody.
He's looking to throw. End zone. Touchdown, and they take the lead. Great touchdown. It gives them a 2-point lead, and add the extra point, we'll have a 3-point game.
Well, we've seen one quarterback get the job done for his team, so we'll switch the sideline, but attacking and trying to get in the backfield.
New Orleans is looking to go up by 3. Here's the kick. And he makes it. Nice work putting that one right through the uprights. And here's your drive summary for that last series. Drops back. All kinds of pressure. Is there for the catch. At the 40. Down the sideline. To the 10. He's in for the score. Anytime he gets his hands on it, he's a threat to go all the way.
There aren't many guys in the NFL that players are afraid of. But guys with this kind of speed puts fear in the hearts of those defensive backs. Catch it. That's just fun to watch.
Touchdown. I'll tell you what, Chris, that was just a great job of blocking up front on that touchdown run.
It sure was, Tom. They just absolutely blew away the defense.
Back to throw. He throws it. He's there for the catch. Makes a cut, and he will be hit and dropped. He drops back. Passes to the end zone. They'll get in for the touchdown. Nice play call on that one to get the ball in the receiver's hand.
Well, this quarterback isn't always perfect, but when he gets hot
to the end zone, they'll score. Touchdown. And that might just do it.
Well, it's not an impossible situation to come back from here, but boy, that score.
Field, shotgun formation. Screens it out. They'll get in for the touchdown. Pretty good pass for the quarterback on that touchdown toss.
And Tom, that was just perfectly executed there. He got
fakes the run. Shepard picks it off. And he scores. What a play. What an interception for this defense.
You know, it's bad enough offensively to throw an interception, but you can't let the guy run down the field for a touchdown. You have to turn into a defensive player at that point. They did not make that transition. It, the offensive line did, and the receiver was open for a nice play.
He brings it in. Touchdown. He's been no stranger to the end zone in this game. That last one gives him 2 scores.
And he may not be finished yet. This defense really does not seem to have many answers for this.
Receiver looking to throw. Porter gets the pick. They'll score. Touchdown. And just like that, they make it a 2-possession game.
What a tremendous return that was.
Back to pass. Strong throw to his left.
Drew Brees is one of those quarterbacks that loves looking for the big play. He is more patient than most in trying to keep his focus down the field. He wants to.
Brees will look to pass. Pass completed. Makes a move, and he's in. Touchdown. The quarterback threw a pretty ball there for the touchdown.
And we've talked about his arm strength, but his accuracy keeps showing through in this game.
Brees hands it off straight ahead. Down the sideline. Inside the 30. To the 10. He's in for the score. Another score by the running back.
You got to love this guy. I had a chance to talk to him in the offseason, and the one thing that he said that drives him nuts about any running back are guys that run out of bounds. He wants to lower his head, create contact, and now you're in position to try and pick up this first down.
Touchdown. And they win it. What a play.
This team wasn't going to wait around and try and win it with a field goal kicker. They took matters into their own hands with their offense and got it done.
into the end zone for a touchdown. Great time to go to the ground, and they scored pretty easily.
Yeah, the running back's always going to get the credit for the touchdown, but those guys up front were simply overpowering on that play. That back just got in behind them, and voila, touchdown.
They'll give it off here. Makes a move, and he's in. Touchdown. Carney comes away with a really nice run for the 6. He'll get it again. They'll get in for the touchdown. And they win it. What a play.
This team wasn't going to wait around and try and win it with a field goal kicker. They took matters into their own hands with their offense and got it done.
Back to pass. He's in. Touchdown. He saw no one open, so he took matters into his own hand.
And the thing defensive coordinators hate more than anything else is a quarterback that can run the football. It just seems like you have so much.
Inside handoff. At the 30, to the 20, to the 10, into the end zone for a touchdown. The running back into the end zone for his second score of the game.
One score is nice, but two, that is really special. And ask any fantasy football player out there, if this guy's on your team, you're almost as happy as he is right now.
Breeze gives it up the middle. Touchdown, and now they're in the lead. That was a great run.
And man, did he shoot out of there. Yeah, he had a great hole, but the way he hit that thing, whoa, that was hot. We're just overpowering.
And it's good. Good kick that time as he puts it right through. Looking for an open man. Touchdown, and that puts them on top. Outstanding play to the wide receiver as he took it the distance.
Well, that's just a big-time pitch and catch right there. The quarterback made a beautiful throw, but it was the route by the wide receiver that set it up. He was as open as I've seen all afternoon.
Play action. And he hasn't missed a pass yet.
You know, doing the highlight shows that I do, it just seems like every week is the Ben Roethlisberger show. You know, you see him always make.
He fakes it. He throws it. Comes down with it. To the 10. He's in. Touchdown. Now they're down by 2 scores with not a lot of time left. It's going to take one heck of a finish to come back in this one.
Well, that touchdown really hurts there. They still had a shot in this game, but now with a 2-score difference, makes it awfully tough. And this leader.
Passes, end zone. Outstanding play to the wide receiver as he took it the distance.
Well, that's just a big-time pitch and catch right there. The quarterback made a beautiful throw, but it was the route by the wide receiver that set it up.
Drops back on first down. Comes down with it. To the 10. Touchdown. And the wideout has his second touchdown reception, and we're only in the first half, Chris.
And his hands are so strong that he really...
Quick drop back. That ball has been picked off. He's got some daylight. Touchdown as we near the end of this one.
What a catch. What an
to the line for the 11th play of the drive. A touchdown in the late stages. That may have been the clincher right there.
Yeah, what a game all day long. So exciting to end it like this late in the game. Man, you enjoy victories like this.
drive. Out of the shotgun formation, getting away from the pressure. Has some space. Steelers in for the touchdown.
If you're a quarterback in the NFL now, when you break the pocket and you're looking to throw it, nobody's open, you cannot be afraid to run. My man is not afraid to run, that's for sure. What a good job. Scrambles for the touchdown.
First and 10. The quarterback will hand it off. Touchdown, Bills.
How about the blocking up front? Lets the running back get in the secondary, and he is so quick and elusive. He avoids the tackles and takes it all the way for the touchdown. Saying we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
Taking off. He's in the end zone. Touchdown.
Nothing like watching a long run for a touchdown.
First and 10. The pass down the field by Drew Brees. Saints in for the score.
There is no lead in the NFL in state. We all know that. We have seen tremendous comebacks. So when you get the opportunity, lay it on them, man. Keep scoring.
They'll get set, looking to convert on this two-point try. 3-step drop. Put an additional 2 points on the board as they convert. Didn't need much. It's a touchdown.
If the defense is not going to play for the quarterback sneak, then make them pay for it. Take advantage of it. That's what the offense did. The quarterback took advantage.
They're going back up top. Challenging. He's in the end zone. Touchdown.
It's commonplace now. It's hard to even say the word great for a catch by the wide receiver. We see so many of them. But this one, that is a great catch.
They'll run with it again. He'll go to the left. He's got the touchdown.
This is not one of the faster running backs in the NFL. So for him to get through the line of scrimmage and go for a long touchdown run, you've got to blame the defense. Bad angles of attack, no doubt about it, but lack of hustle gives up the touchdown.
The field goal try come to an end, and what a game it was. And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up brought to you by Gatorade Recover 03 Series. Out of the shotgun formation. Looking for an open receiver on the right. Away from the ball, there's a flag down on the field.
Roughing the passer, defense.
The penalty is declined. That last play will hold. 3rd down and 4. Looking for an open touchdown. New York Jets.
Well, there's an old saying in the NFL, you know how many points you need? And the answer is more. So no matter what the lead is, keep trying to score. Nice job by the offense getting that extra touchdown.
And he drives it through. And what a game it was. And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up. Brought to you by Gatorade. G-Series Recover. What's it like for a team standing on the sideline waiting to see if the kicker can win the game for your team?
Jim, it's very nerve-wracking to know that you have nothing to do with the outcome. It's all up to the kicker now. You've watched him make it many, many times in practice. When they do it in the game, that is just exciting stuff.
It's been a game. Quarterback sneak. Force it across for the touchdown.
That was a nice job by the quarterback. He read the defense. He realized there was a little weakness in one spot. He goes there and gets the touchdown on the quarterback sneak.
From the shotgun. Scans the field. That's a 2-point safety, and that means you also have to send. And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up, brought to you by Gatorade. Gatorade, dominate the 5th quarter.
Check it out! Check it out!
And he drives it through. Contested right down to the wire. And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up. Brought to you by Gatorade, the Recover 03 series. Second and 6. Looking at every option. That ball is picked off. Gets past the first wave. 6 for the Raiders.
What a catch, what an interception, and not only that, take it all the way back for a touchdown. You talk about deflating for an offense. Shoot, that gets close to making them quit.
Drive. Quarterback taking the snap from the shotgun. Has the catch. Saints across for the touchdown.
What a nice job by the receiver. There's the long throw down the field. He runs, he looks it in, makes the catch, and scores.
Second down and 7. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Got what he wanted. Touchdown. First down and 10. Looking for an open. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie makes that pickoff. Breaks free. Touchdown in the late stages.
Well, you're behind in the game.
This drive. They'll go shotgun here. The ball is out. Gets past the first wave. Six in the books.
Anytime you're on the offensive side and you fumble and the defense picks it up and takes it for a long touchdown, wow, that is hard to overcome. So what a job by the defense. Very opportunistic. Take advantage of those situations when they come up.
Play fake here. He'll fire it out to the left. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown.
What a job by the receiver making that catch on the deep ball. Looks it in, makes the catch, and goes all the way for the touchdown.
Play clock's running down. Getting away from the pressure. Trying to work that left side. Pulls it in. Touchdown, New Orleans Saints.
It's commonplace now. It's hard to even say the word great for a catch by the wide receiver. We see so many of them. This one, that is a great.
Steps back to throw. Looking to the right side and throwing. The Cowboys now move the chains. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, you got a lead. Now you're able to go out there and drive down the field and score a touchdown. This changes how the other team is going to manage the game from here on out.
Down now after that catch. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Touchdown as we near the end of this one. That may have been the clincher right there.
Yeah, what a game all day long. So exciting to end it like this late in the game. Man, you enjoy victories like this.
Snap back to the quarterback, out of the gun. And that's a touchdown late in this one.
Well, that touchdown just put the icing on the cake, Jim, whatever you want to say, because now the lead's too big, not enough time for the other team to come back. Great job by the offense.
The gun, launching it deep, has the catch, end zone bound, and he's got the touchdown.
What a long arching throw by the quarterback, so beautiful. See it spiral in the air and right on the target for the touchdown.
The offense ready to take it. He dives into the end zone for the score.
Well, you got a lead. You drive down the field. You score a touchdown. Now we're going to find out if the other team can stay patient or will they panic.
Third down and 5. Looking to the right side and throwing. swatted away. And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up, brought to you by Gatorade, G Series Recover.
Called, and I feel for the defensive player. Not in this case. That was an easy call. A blatant late hit. It's worthy of 15 yards.
Touchdown as we near the end of this one.
Terrible job by the defense. Lack of hustle, bad tackling, you name it. They allowed the short throw and catch to go all the way down the field for a score.
Drop back, shotgun formation. He'll fire it out to the left. There's a flag out as they run down the field. The penalty is declined. That last play will hold. The 20 takes the snap from the shotgun. The quarterback throws to the right. Touchdown.
What a good job by the wide receiver. Not a terrific pass, but he just goes in there, makes a wonderful catch for the touchdown.
Drop back, shotgun formation. Working that left side. He brings it in. Eagles in for the score. And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up, brought to you by Gatorade. Quarterback taking the snap from the shotgun. Got what he wanted. Touchdown.
It's commonplace now. It's hard to even say the word great for a catch by the wide receiver. We see so many of them. But this one, that is a great catch.
First and 10. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Touchdown, Carolina Panthers.
That was a sweet touchdown right there. Just a nice throw by the quarterback. He put it right on the money. The receiver makes the catch. Beautiful touchdown.
Ball's out, and they sack the quarterback. Touchdown, New England.
This defense has some mentality, don't they? Not only do they want turnovers, they want points to go with it. Nice job of taking it all the way back for the touchdown.
From the gun. He'll fire it out to the left. Wow, what a catch. All the way home, just in time, a late touchdown. That touchdown might just wrap it up.
Yeah, it sure will, Jim. It's been an exciting game all day, and to score late in the game like this, to put it away, it's time to celebrate a little on the sideline.
Play number 13 coming up on this drive. Touchdown as we near the end of this one. Drop back, shotgun formation. Looks to his left. Finds the sacred sign. Touchdown.
Well, Jim, it's almost impossible to guard these guys nowadays as they go down the field. These wide receivers, they have feet like ballerinas, and even though you get tight coverage, they're so quick, they can get open and make the catches.
This will be the 8th play of this drive. Saints in for the score.
The wide receivers, they have turned into stars in the NFL, and you know why? Because they can make catches like this. What a great catch.
Second and 4. The quarterback throws it in the end zone. Touchdown.
Nothing like having a quarterback who has a good arm who can just fire that football in these tight spots. But then it helps when the receiver has got the talent and the courage to go in there and make that tough catch.
The kick is good. Would come to an end, and what a game it was. And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up, brought to you by Gatorade. Long distance territory after that sack. Second down coming up. Vicks looking long. Makes the grab. Touchdown.
What a good job by the wide receiver. He made him think he was going across the field. Instead, look what happens. Wide open. Nice touchdown.
Takes the snap from the shotgun. Vicks looking long. In the promised land. Touchdown.
I give all the credit to the wide receiver here. What a route. Fooled the defender. He is wide open. Nice throw by the quarterback for the touchdown.
Quarterback taking the snap from the shotgun. Looking to the right side and throwing. Touchdown, Carolina Panthers. First down and 10. The quarter.
Ball's picked off. Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled. Being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception. Wonderful job by the big fella, busting through there and getting the sack on the QB.
And it's intercepted by Asamoah. He's got a little bit of daylight here. Touchdown! And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up, brought to you by Gatorade. Gatorade, dominate the 5th quarter. Drop back, shotgun formation. Sanchez with the deep throw. What a catch. Never too late. That's a touchdown.
What a job by the receiver making that catch on the deep ball. Looks it in, makes the catch, and goes all the way for the touchdown.
Here on third down after that run.
Ball's on the ground. And here he finds the sacred side. Touchdown.
What a group of talented defenders. They're tough, they're fast, they're smart. They get the turnover and the touchdown.
From the gun. The quarterback. Detroit in the end zone. That touchdown might just wrap it up.
Yeah, it sure will, Jim. It's been an exciting game all day, and to score late in the game like this, to put it away, it's time to celebrate a little on the sideline.
This play set up by the long gainer. Looking to the right side and throwing. Touchdown, New Orleans Saints.
I give all the credit to the wide receiver here. What a route. Pulled the defender. He is wide open. Nice throw by the quarterback for the touchdown. Some tremendous athletes in open space. And
runs it across for the touchdown. And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up, brought to you by Gatorade. Gatorade, dominate the fifth quarter. Nice spot to begin this drive. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Spins out of the defender's clutches. Saints in for the score.
there is nothing like getting a long running play for a touchdown. When you do, you just feel like you're stealing something. It takes good blocks.
Drop back, shotgun formation. Looking, that's an interception. He's in the clear. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, when you study the offense and you know what they're going to do, you're able to make plays like that. You time the interception perfectly, you make the catch, and you take it all the way back to the score.
Play of the drive. 2nd down and 7. Challenging the... What a catch. Touchdown.
That was a nice job that time by the offense, driving down for the touchdown to increase their lead. That really takes a lot of pressure off their defense.
The kick is good. The points on the board may, in fact, seal this victory.
Oh, I think it did seal the victory, Jim. What a day for this football team. What a day by the offense. Every time they had the opportunity.
Play clock's running down, and they go back to the ground. He's got the touchdown.
When you got a lead, you march down the field, and you add on that lead.
Play of the drive. 3rd down and 3. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
All you need is a small window down near the goal line when you're hooking up with the tight end. That time the window was small. The tight end did an excellent job of keeping the defender on his back, and he gets the touchdown.
They'll go shotgun here. Trying to... Ball's picked off. Gets past the first wave. Touchdown as we near the end of this one.
What an interception by the defense, and not only that, look at that return. They intercept the ball on one side of the field, make a long interception return for a touchdown. That's how you win football games on the defensive side.
The Titans line up for the point after. Makes the PAT. And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up, brought to you by Gatorade. G-Series Recover, giving you the protein you need to rebuild your muscles.
Waste, go down low to make those tackles, and you wouldn't get those face mask penalties. Throw. Touchdown! There's one thing you can't be anymore in the NFL. You can't be a sitting duck. A man is not a sitting duck. How about that? Good moves, good scrambling. Gets open, finds the receiver, puts it right on target for the touchdown.
Now 1st and 10. Here's the quick toss. Shakes off the hit. Eagles in for the score.
When you got a lead, you march down the field and you add on that lead with a touchdown. It's fun to watch the other team. Will they stay patient or will they panic? My bet is they'll panic. He still gets penalized 15 yards.
In the promised land. Touchdown. Ready to take advantage of this golden opportunity from the red zone. Touchdown as we near the end of this one. 12 coming up for the offense. 2nd down and 2. As good as it gets. Touchdown. Takes the snap from the shotgun. Ball's out. He's into the open. No one's going to get him now. Touchdown, Bills.
Anytime you're on the offensive side and you fumble and the defense picks it up and takes it for a long touchdown, wow, that is hard to overcome. So what a job by the defense. Very opportunistic. Take advantage of those situations when they come up.
Goal line defense on the field. Touchdown, New Orleans.
There is no lead in the NFL is safe. We all know that. We have seen tremendous comebacks. So when you get the opportunity, lay it on them, man. Keep scoring.
The formation here, shotgun. Challenging, a takeaway. He's in the clear. Touchdown.
What a catch, what an interception, and not only that, take it all the way back for a touchdown. You talk about deflating for an offense. Oh, shoot, that gets close to making them quit.
Will run it. They jam it in on the goal line. Touchdown.
Well, you got a lead. Now you're able to go out there and drive down the field and score a touchdown. This changes how the other team is going to manage the game from here on out.
From the shotgun. The quarterback. A takeaway. Breaks free. Has some space to work with. Scores the touchdown.
What an interception by the defense. And not only that, look at that return. They intercept the ball on one side of the field, make a long interception return for a touchdown. That's how you win football games on the defensive side.
Drop back, shotgun formation. Wow, what a place, taken down. And that'll cost them 2 points and the football. That was terrible. The offense heads to the line. Power surge, touchdown.
When you got a lead, you march down the field and you add on to that lead with a touchdown, it's fun to watch the other team. Will they stay patient or will they panic? My bet is they'll panic.
3rd and 2. And power surge, touchdown.
Well, there's an old saying in the NFL, you know how many points you need? And the answer is more. So no matter what the lead is, keep trying to score. Nice job by the offense getting that extra touchdown.
Another carry here. Runs it across with a score. Touchdown.
It's like money. How much do you need? The answer is more. And that's what you do when you're trying to get points in the NFL. Just get more. Good job by the offense. They padded the lead with that touchdown.
Out of the shotgun formation. He's looking to the interception. Someone's been injured. Saints in for the score.
You talking about getting your team full of emotion and getting everything on your side. How about that interception by the defense and then taking it back all the way for the score?
Another handoff. Heading right. Breaks free. Has some space to work with. The blowout continues. Another touchdown.
How about the blocking up front? Lets the running back get in the secondary, and he is so quick and elusive. He avoids the tackles and takes it all the way for the touchdown.
They're going back up top. He's scrambling down. Easy touchdown, New Orleans.
Let's give the receivers a lot of credit here. Even though the quarterback did a good job of getting out of trouble, they were watching, they saw him, they moved with him, and that's why he was wide open for the touchdown catch.
Play of the drive from the gun, looking to scramble, and the ref has thrown a flag. Player showing no restraint, coming in on the quarterback, and that late hit will cost his team 15.
A lot of
Second down and 10. The quarterback throws to the right. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
And we're going to have a stoppage here because the booth wants to have a look at this potential touchdown.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands as called.
The touchdown will stand. And the kick is good. And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up, brought to you by Gatorade, G-Series Recovery. It's second down. Quarterback drops back. Matt Hasselbeck looking long.
Touchdown. Personal foul. Making the pass. Defense.
Player showing no restraint, coming in on the quarterback, and that late hit will cost his team 15.
A lot of times these late hits are called, and I feel for the defensive player. Not in this case. That was an easy call, a blatant late hit.
He'll throw it over the middle. He dives in for the score. Touchdown.
It's commonplace now. It's hard to even say the word great for a catch by the wide receiver. We see so many of them. But this one, that is a great catch.
Third and 5. The quarterback. And it's intercepted by Asamoah. Breaks free, has some space to work with. Eagles in the end zone.
What an interception by the defense, and not only that, look at that return. They intercept the ball on one side of the field, make a long interception return for a touchdown. That's how you win football games on the defensive side.
The point after try is in the books. Following the extra point, the Eagles are leading by 7.
Well, there you have it. NFL Best Plays highlights. Goodbye, everyone. Say so long from EA Sports.